Hey guys, Jesse told me to join into this video and I don't even know what it's about. What are we talking about today?
It's the Pisgah 111.
Oh, that race.
Yeah.
I feel like Chase should be in this video, not me. She was there at the race and I was working.
Let's give Chase a mic first. And
Wait, why doesn't she take my mic and give me the camera?
What is happening?
We did the Pisgah 111, which is in Pisgah. And my parents came.
It was a whole family affair.
Yeah, it was cool. I really liked this race. I did the 111 and Chase did the 555.
So I started the 555. So if you remember from our Shenandoah video, I wrecked super hard at 8 in Shenandoah. Injured my wrist. It is almost the end of October, still in a brace. I did a really dumb thing because there were no refunds for the 555 and I was like, well, I'm here. And the 555 starts a little differently from the 111. And so you just start and immediately you're just climbing Black Mountain, which was super fun. And I was like, I've never done that before, so that's cool. Made it almost all the way to the top of Black and I was leading for the women. So I was like hyped. I was really feeling myself. It was going great. But then right after that, you hit Turkey Pen and it's like nonstop drops and steep descents. And like towards the top of Black, I was like, my wrist is not doing great. I'll like try to make it to the aid station and like we'll decide if I call it there or not. I died on Turkey Pen. My wrist was killing me. I was like, I'm not gonna hurt it more. So I just pulled out at the aid station and rode the highway back. And that was my day. And it was a lot of fun, honestly.
Yeah, it's still a good ride.
Yeah, it was a bummer. I knew going to quit, going into it. Like I said, it was no refund. So I was like, I've never climbed all of Black Mountain or any part of Black Mountain for that matter, besides like upper Black. So I was like, sure, I'll go do that. And that was my day. And then I got to watch Jesse finish, got to watch Jesse's dad finish.
He beat me by like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I was like I went back to our cabin once I finished and picked up Jesse's mom and Gentry. And we were like using Find My Friend plus Ride with GPS. And I was trying to see where they both were. So I got them to the finish line and we were able to like get to the base of Black Mountain and watch both of them pop out of the trail.
It was definitely a successful race.
Yeah, so this race was canceled last year because of Hurricane Helene. So the 111, instead of going straight up Black Mountain Trail like the 555 does, they get a pretty solid gravel climb up Clawhammer Road. And then they pop over onto Black, I think at the intersection of Middle Black and Upper Black. When I was on Upper Black, that's when I started to run into 111 riders. Honestly, I was a little jealous of the gravel climb because like immediately you start and you're just in single file. And like it was fine. It was easy to pass people. Everyone was like super chill. It was nonstop leapfrogging the whole time with other riders and runners.
Our race starts off on Pisgah Highway. Basically, we climb the gravel to Middle Black, but we don't actually get on Middle. We just go on Upper. You climb the gravel to Upper, horse stables to Presley. This is a 3-mile climb with 900 foot of climbing. We did it in about 21 minutes. We all got to the top at the same time. So like the lead group was together there. I was roughly in like 10th place, maybe 8th, who knows, somewhere in that range. But I did 20 minutes. We did 310 watts, or at least I did, up the climb, which is pretty good. You do that and then we keep going. So the Black Mountain segment is another 2 miles of climbing. So it's like, this is like a 5-mile long climb and then that adds another like 800 foot. So it's roughly 1,700 feet of climbing, or I guess it would have been 1,900 feet of climbing because 9 plus 8 is, what's 9 plus 8? Okay, so 1,700 feet of climbing. And on that one, you have to get off and run up some of the rock gardens and stuff. Normally you don't climb that. And I was actually passing people on this part. I don't know for sure, but I was definitely somewhere between 5th and 10th going into Turkey Pen. And I was pretty happy with that. And then on Turkey Pen, I just wasn't that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a few people say, first of all, Turkey Pen was in like the best shape ever the day before the race. Shout out to the Pisgah area Sorba because they cut like 9 trees off of Turkey Pen. But Turkey Pen it's just a pain.
So that's where I have some legit data. So I did from the beginning of the race to the Aid 1. The Aid 1 is at the end of Turkey Pen in the parking lot there. It gave me a time of 1 hour and 31 minutes. The guy who won the race was 8 minutes ahead. Nick Bragg did it in 1:23. and there's a bunch of guys in between us. It gave me the 12th fastest time on the year to do that. Basically, I was with those guys, and then I had too many bobbles. The steep descents, I kind of just wasn't mentally ready for, to be honest with you. And I had to kind of slow up and re-evaluate. There's a couple hike-a-bikes on that, like the really steep climbs, and those are always tough for me. And I got through them pretty good, but I definitely wasn't the fastest.
No, those hike-a-bikes were gnarly. There's one that I have footage of a pretty tall guy like walking in front of me, and I swear some of these rocks were like almost to my waist. It was excessive.
Yeah, but once you're through that part of the race, though, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but a lot of what you have to do coming up is like it's
easier.
It's a lot of gravel.
Yeah, once you hit Turkey Pin, I mean, pretty much for your race, you have a really nice gravel loop to get over to Spencer and Fletcher.
You get to the bottom of the valley down there next to the river, and then you just start climbing this like super long double track up to the next 8. Bradley Creek Road climb. That's another 20-minute double track climb that's 3 miles and it's 700 feet. I did have a solid time up that. I did it in 21 minutes. I was only 2 minutes behind the leaders on that time. Where I lost most of my time in this race was on Turkey Pen. Like I said, like the 8 minutes I lost there, even though I was actually pretty good on the other stuff, I was behind at that point. And then this is where I'm gonna jump into some of my equipment choices. I decided to run the Barzo in Mezcal. In hindsight, I wish I would have ran double peyotes.
I was Barzo Mezcal, and I wished I had double Barzos.
You wish you had double Barzos?
Yeah.
Were you sliding around in the back or something?
Yeah.
That's fair. I wish I had double peyotes because I don't think that the Barzo would have made me any faster going downhill. Well, okay, I was slow on Turkey Pen. I wasn't slow on Spencer. I was okay at Pilot, and I was okay at Black Mountain.
Descending Turkey Pen is specifically where I was really thinking that I wanted the double Barzo. Climbing Black, I was fine.
Yeah.
But when I got to the descents, I wanted a little bit more.
I wanted less. The 555 does not have that much gravel.
No,
That's
it's
the
like
difference.
almost purely single track, like right around a 40-mile race. Almost 40 miles of pure Pisgah single track.
Yeah, it's a lot. And that's why earlier I was like, my dad beat me and he was doing the short race, so we finished at the same time. I wish I had double peyotes and I would have been a lot happier because on the gravel, this tire just felt slow. It didn't feel like it was helping me out, and it wasn't. But like from that the bottom of that 20-minute climb, I mean, like it's effectively 2 hours of riding gravel to get to Spencer. You do that Bradley Creek, then you do the descent over there, and then you get over, I mean, it's pretty far to get over to Spencer from there. And then once you ride Spencer, I didn't realize this, but they took Trace out of the race.
Really?
Yeah, so you only ride like the very bottom of it. You know how you do Trace and then you hit the gravel where the parking lot and the National Forest sign is, and then you go behind the National Forest sign, and then you go down Trace again. We only rode the very bottom of it. The thing that we did ride was this really, really long double track descent. Another place the peyotes would have been totally fine. And then after this, you climb the huge gravel climb, another mile, 400-foot climb. And then that goes directly into the Laurel Mountain climb, which is notorious. From the bottom of Spencer, whatever that double track is called, it was 2,000 feet of climbing and like 10 miles. Is what it would be to get to the very top of Laurel Mountain. Everything I just talked about, I was solo for. So I didn't see anybody and I was just completely alone. I did pass one of the dudes who was really fast and he had bent his chain ring and couldn't fix it, but that was the only person I saw this whole time. Laurel climb, I stopped at the aid station there. I had like a couple of sandwiches and I started to feel really, really good. My fastest Laurel Mountain climb ever, second fastest Laurel Mountain climb ever. It gave me a time of an hour and 8 minutes, which was only 30 seconds off my fastest time ever. Dang, I'm actually like not that bad at that.
This is where I thought you were gonna catch your dad.
I can't believe I didn't catch him. I had the 14th fastest Laurel Mountain climb of the year, and I was definitely like in the mix there. Where I started catching people was on this climb. The first person I caught, the guy who was in one place ahead of me, I see him like off into the woods on the side. I was looking over. I was like, what's going on, man? And I'm just riding the trail. And he was like, oh, there's like angry rattlesnake on the trail. I literally rode by it as he was saying that, but I never saw it. Somehow I just completely missed this like coiled snake that was angry on the trail while he was in the woods.
You got lucky.
Well, I also passed him there, which was so funny because him and this other girl who was doing the 555 were like way in the woods trying to avoid the snake. And I just went straight past the dude there because I didn't see the snake.
That's what always happens with me
Yeah.
with snakes. I'm like petrified of snakes, and I think my brain just like defense mechanism is like, oh, that's a stick. I've accidentally killed a copperhead that I ran over with my bike. I've accidentally killed some rattlesnakes that I've ran over. I just don't see them.
Somebody call PETA on face.
I will end you. Guys, why am I getting roasted today?
Everybody's
I quit.
being mean to me in the comments recently, so I'm just lashing out at anybody. I'm ready to
Whoever's
fight.
mean to Jesse, that's causing him to lash out at me. Someone come give Jesse a hug.
Yeah, I'm sad. Pilot Rock's fun. I'm not gonna claim to be the best at doing it, but it's always fun to kind of bomb down it. The next part of the race is really fun. It's from the bottom of Laurel. You basically ride back to the top of Black Mountain on a pretty mellow, more of a double track. Like it's not really a trail, it's kind of a trail, but it's very, very chill to ride on. That's another part of this race where I wish I had the peyotes.
So then you just get to go down all of Black.
But
like
there's the hike-a-bikes too.
upper Black.
Yeah.
Upper Black, and then just.
Not upper.
You didn't do upper.
Upper is like on the other side. That goes over to like Bennett and
Okay, for whatever reason, I thought you did upper.
no, that would be cool though. That's actually low key like my favorite one. But anyway, from the top, you got to do the classic hike-a-bike section. And I was catching a lot of the 555 racers at this point. It was kind of cool there because this is a running race too that they do it the same day. So I was catching the 555 runners who were finishing up, like the guys who were winning the race.
The
It was
running
super cool.
part, massive shout out to the runners, because like climbing Black Mountain, I mean, like there were sections like literally leapfrogging each other, and I was seeing the same runners repeatedly because like in some sections like they were faster than us. And then as soon as there'd be a descent, the bikes would be faster, and then they would just catch us on the next climb. It was wild. It literally took like the same amount of time for a lot of the runners to finish as it did to do this whole, like the whole 555 on bike, which I thought was cool.
Black Mountain was so much fun. At this point, my suspension had completely stopped suspension.
Like it was locked out, or isn't it supposed to default to open?
It defaulted to open. It was definitely broken. Like it was not working. Like it wasn't giving me lights or anything. It was fine because again, all I had to do was descend Black Mountain and it was completely open,
Yeah,
which
fine.
is what you want. It just works now. Like I don't understand. Like it during the race, like it completely stopped working, and then now it's just like fine again. So I don't know what to say about that. I remember I came off the bottom of Black. I saw you guys there. I don't know. I guess there's a clip of me there. We should probably put that in the video.
It's not really a clip, it's a photo that our child took, but
Somehow Gentry took a photo of me.
Gentry took actually a pretty good
We're gonna
photo
put
of
it
you.
in the video, yeah.
If she sees me with the camera, she has to have a camera, because, you know, it's only fair.
What place did my dad get? Because he did pretty good too.
Third?
He got on the podium.
He was on the podium. I'm gonna say top 5, maybe third. He crushed it.
Yeah, so Nick Bragg did win, was what I thought. I finished 12th overall in a time of 7:45. My thought process is that I do not count the Masters and the single suite guys.
Like your place is the category that you signed up for.
What do you think about that, Trey?
I mean, you're racing the people in your category.
Yeah,
technically.
That's what I was gonna say. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the actual result, which was 8th place in open, which I'm pretty stoked on. I think that's a pretty good result, especially because mostly only like locals show up to this race. It was definitely a big outlier situation. We, as the 3 of us, were the only people from Indiana at the race. Mostly North Carolina people go. They really know the trails out there. I just love the race so much. It's like pretty hardcore. 7 hours to do 67 miles with an 11,000 feet vert. Just awesome day, yeah. I'm pretty sure my dad was 3rd, and he did it in like the same time as me. The one thing I will say that I'm bummed about is I was like 20 minutes slower than I was two years ago. Yeah, and I think part of that was my tire choice, but also I think part of that was I feel like I did turkey pen faster 2 years ago. You know, that could be.
Well, and was the course a little different this
They did
year?
change it, so like maybe that's why. Maybe the course is a
And
little
how
bit longer.
different are the trails from the hurricane damage?
That's actually really interesting. For some reason, this part of the forest wasn't super impacted by it.
Well, they've put in a lot of work on the trails,
Yeah,
insane amount.
You're right though. We never talked about it. I mean, like I crossed like 8 rivers.
Every bridge was out.
Every bridge was out, and I don't remember if they were before. It's been too long, but maybe that's part of it too.
There used to be bridges.
Yeah.
Best bag ever.
Yeah, so during the race, both of us used this almost their bag. This is a brand new one, but I just wanted to give another shout out to it. I think this is one of the better, if not the best bag you can get right now.
It's not crazy big. It stays in place really well.
The
Has
rubber
little
is so smart. on
grippy
this.
things.
This is my favorite part, is actually just this shock cord.
I like that it can be bolt-on or normal.
Yeah, and it comes with
Wrap
like
it.
the rubber straps that I think are better than the Velcro. So big shout out to this bag.
Highly recommend it. Buy one. Bicyclestation.com.
And that was kind of the main gear thing that we used, because honestly, this is the same bike I've been racing all year, and I already talked about my tires. And I guess that's the end of the mountain bike season.
Yeah, we're done now.
It was a big mountain bike season. We did a lot of races this year.
I got a little cooked. It was too much.
many races for
From
Chase.
August through now, there's been something almost every weekend, and I'm done.
Okay. Should we end the video?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, y'all. Bye, stuff.
Bye.